Well, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday morning. It's day 3 of the Dream 11 European Cricket Series here in beautiful sun-bathed Dresden. It's a warm day. We had some hot cricket yesterday. We're expecting some today. I'm Tim. I've got with me today, as I have had for previous days, Guru Chanda. Oh, God, Guru Chanda. Go on, help me, Guru. Go on, second half.
Try it.
I can't,
you are
right? We've no time. The players are out. The umpires are out. Everybody's keen to go. We're poised. What a day we've got. We've seen some great cricket. We've seen some not so great cricket. We've seen a new team this morning. BSV Britannia are fielding in the first match today, match 11 of this Dresden series. Batting are, I hate to call them this, but they have been the whipping boys of the tournament so far, Berlin Eagles. Oh my word, is that a ball or a run-up? Blimey, I thought we'd started already. I wasn't even ready. God, very exciting. We've not seen Britannia yet in this tournament. We have heard very good things about them. Guru, what sort of game are we expecting? Are the Eagles going to come out second best again?
I guess it's going to be a tight game today because I guess Eagles don't have anything to lose. So they have to try their, their best to win this game.
It's as you say, they've got nothing to lose because well, except for yet another game.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be really tight if they, even if they win the next 2 games, I think probably then it comes under the net run rate or probably head-to-head.
Well, that's right. Just to mention on that, Guru's mentioning net run rate. If you want to see any of the stats or the tables, where everybody stands or the fixtures, get on the website. I'll tell you about this after the first ball. Here we go. And the first ball is... Turns out to be an easy single in the end, well fielded. Yes, get yourselves on the website and follow the action on that as well. ECN.cricket. ECN.cricket. Go to Dream 11 European Cricket Series Dresden and you've got all the stats there. If you scroll right down to the bottom of the Dresden, you'll see the standings where everybody is and you'll see that Eagles haven't yet managed to open their account. And Britannia, as I say, this is their first game. A dot ball. A rare dot ball.
In T10, yeah.
Now, just to mention, if anybody is looking at scores and predicting scores today, I must tell you that the ground staff were out this morning and they have mown the outfield. It is a quicker outfield than we've seen in the previous 2 days, so we could expect higher scores today. They've got a lot of balls that we thought were worth 4. We're only going for 1s and 2s in the first couple of days. Another dot ball. What a great first over this is, Guru.
Definitely, he's, I think, bowling outside offside, as I mentioned yesterday, which is very important. And he has all the fielders on the offside. I think they have some plans.
You're a great fan, aren't you? And I like this. Traditional cricket, which is bowlers bowling off stump and just outside off stump.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And yeah, people try to do all sorts of weird and wonderful things in this T10 format, don't they? But the basics still apply. If you bowl good line and length, the onus is on the batsman to score the runs. Yet another dot ball. Just a reminder for new viewers to T10 cricket, the first 3 overs are power plays, which means the fielding side can only have 2 fielders outside the ring. What we've got at the moment, we've got a man right on the boundary at long on, and we've got a man at a very straight third man. And the man at long on comes into play straight away. Gathers the ball, and that's just a single. So a very tight first over this. Bowler number 1, let's just give his name there. What have we got? Rohit Singh. Rohit Singh. Well, it's a good throw, but out of context.
Yeah, I think he didn't try to hit the stumps, but yeah.
So if you were skipper, you'd be pleased with that, wouldn't you? You've set your field for the guy to bowl, and he's bowled to it.
Exactly. So when you plan and bowl according to the plan, outside off stump, on a good length, if the bad man hits you to the 4 or 6, just clap and go back to your position again and bowl. Same.
Life is very simple,
Simple.
Isn't it? Put it behind you.
Yeah, just appreciate the batsman's, talent when you are bowling really good. If he's hitting, then he's a good batsman. Go back and try something else.
Your brain is a peaceful place, isn't it? Your mind, I can tell.
Definitely.
Do you meditate? We were talking about yoga before the start, weren't we? They do yoga here in Dresden in the park.
Yeah.
I fancy that. I could come all supple and mindful in the morning.
Yeah, right. Every morning and evening, and yeah, hundreds of people gather, and yeah, it's a beautiful atmosphere.
I fancy that. That'd probably put me back out though, knowing me. Are there good osteopaths in Dresden?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, number 17, the bowler is Wakasberg.
I think probably there are a lot of old people from 50s, 40s still roaming around here.
There you go, an off-stump line. Similar field we've got for this, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 men up in the ring on the side. In fact, 5 men in the ring if you count the man at a sort of wideish gully position.
Edged. Okay, just one run.
Third man that we mentioned comes into play there. So it's a good field. It's a nice field. We like it.
So coming back to the bad news for you.
Oh, right. Yes, viewers, just to bring you up to date. When Guru turned up this morning, he didn't have his usual smile on his face, which worried me. And I said, how are you? And he said, I'm fine, but I've got some bad news for you, Tim. I said, what is it? He said, no, I'll tell you live on air.
Yeah.
Ended he over in case I'm traumatised, Guru?
I think I have to wait for another few.
Yeah, okay. Do I need to sit down?
Yeah.
Now, good work by the field. A think about a shy at the stump, saw no one was backing up and held it. We saw a lot of throws at the stumps yesterday go for overthrows, didn't we? A lot of people panicking. I don't know why. Just because it's 10 overs, people are getting a little bit hot-headed. The basics, all the basics still apply in T10.
That's
oh, it's a no ball. What a pity, because it was a great ball.
Yeah. Gonna be a free hit.
And a free hit. Let's see if we can take advantage of this.
Sit tight.
Strap in.
Beautiful, beautiful shot.
That's what to do with a free hit, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Fantastic shot.
One bounce for right over mid-off's head. The batsman will feel better about that. Perhaps that free hit has allowed him to sort of get rid of a bit of nerves, free his arms, and we'll now see them hitting out in this power play, because up until then, it's not been much of a power play, has it? No, we're back to dot balls. There we go. That's a good bowling. That's great recovery, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think they have really good plan. Bowling to the body or a little outside off, and making batsmen to play singles and twos maximum. So.
Oh, we saw some big sixes yesterday, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Oh, towards the end of the day, as the day warmed up, we saw some huge sixes, and we're expecting some today because we've got the 3 top teams all playing today. Slower ball, batsman waited for it. And they jogged through for the 1.
Oh,
that is the over. So my bad news then, Guru.
Unfortunately, I didn't bring a tea for you.
Oh, get out.
I slept a bit long, and I didn't have enough time to prepare some tea.
Well, I can look at this 2 ways. Right, again, viewers, Guru makes the most wonderful, sticky, sweet,
chai.
Milky chai tea. It's beautiful. And his flask has nourished me so far this week, and he hasn't brought any today.
But I will try to find some coffee for you later.
If you would, that'd be absolutely lovely.
I think to, make it up.
You don't need to make it up, but you do really, actually. Secretly, I'm seething inside. Viewers will probably note the chemistry has already gone from our relationship this morning, just with that one. Oh, I'm devastated.
I'm sorry, Tim.
That's all right, not a problem.
Top edge. Wow, I almost
did well to get there, but that's never an easy catch. Running away, coming out over his shoulder. Good effort. Good effort.
It's always a tough one to catch.
Was that 2 runs there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a reminder at that end of that second over, 10 for Norton, 2 overs, so we're up to 12 for no loss. This is a very, very economical power play, even allowing for that no ball and the free hit.
Beautiful shot.
Now that is very strange because that looked like it really hit that, didn't it,
Yeah,
Geraint?
yeah.
It's faster down that far end because there is a slope, the outfield's been cut, and yet the fielder managed to overhaul that. How very strange.
I think he didn't connect it well.
Sounded great, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That sound was really strong.
He's connected with
How
that.
was that?
That is off towards the football pitches.
Oh,
no, great fielding.
Great fielding. Yeah. See, they are a very good fielding unit.
Wow, this is the first glimpse we've had of Britannia.
Discipline, bowling attack, great on the field.
Looking good already, aren't they? Within 3 overs, they're looking like a sharp outfit.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, some people, again, I mentioned it yesterday, some people ask why we tend to cram all the fixtures from one club, because today Britannia will be playing 4 times and Dresden only twice. It's because a lot of these guys have to travel. Most of these guys have got other jobs, obviously, and so we try to get the people who travel furthest as many games into one day as possible. So that is why the fixture schedule looks a little odd at first reading, but it makes sense once you understand that if a club is coming from a fair distance, they want to come here and get as many games into one day as they possibly can. There you go, that's answered that question.
It's around 250 kilometers. Berlin.
250 kilometres.
Yes.
Yep. Well, one off that last ball with that over, that is, well, it was looking a very, very economical power play from a Britannia point of view, wasn't it? And then a couple of nice hits, which looked as if they're going very big. And I don't know what will Eagles feel after, where are we in terms of score now? Just waiting for the update to come through.
Seventeen
of 3 overs.
As you said, Tim, yes, outfield is a bit faster today, but the problem is the first game, maybe there is a bit of moisture.
Yes, it is an early start, isn't it? 9 o'clock in the morning, first game.
Yeah, probably it will get better as the day progresses.
That's a very good point, Guru, yep. And any of the grass cuttings that weren't actually picked up as they went round, they're going to slow it down, but they will dry out as the day goes as well. So we have a slow bowler. Slow bowlers have been quite impressive in the tournament so far.
Because of this long square leg boundaries, it's very hard to clear it if you don't have a pace on the ball.
That's true. That's true. The square boundaries here are very long. The straight boundaries aren't particularly long, but the square boundaries are very long, which does give some protection to the spinners. Lots of changes in the field. Lots of running around. Everybody ready. Bowler comes in.
If I'm right, that's Ruben, right? The striker.
I thought Ruben was coming in 3.
I think they're trying.
No, it is Ruben opening. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Ruben Davis and Zahid Mahmood are your opening batsmen. Ruben has also shared commentary duties this week. We might be hearing from him later. Big hit out towards deep square leg. Fielder didn't really want to know. He's made a horrible mess of that, hasn't he?
I think he misjudged it, and I think it was double-minded fielding. He wasn't sure whether to go for a catch.
Oh, took a wicked bounce, but if he'd gone for the catch, it wouldn't have hit the ground, would it? Oh, well. Oh, and a big swipe across the line for Mahmood. Oh, that is well bowled. Beat the batsman, beat the keeper. Through for one by.
That was quicker one.
It was, he pushed that through, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's a nice over. I know he got clattered out there, but he deserved that wicket, that deep square leg. Bowled very intelligently. He'll be pleased with that. 4 overs gone, rattling through it. And I can tell, even though we are, what, 9:15 in the morning, it's going to be a scorcher today, isn't it, Guru? The heat is already...
I think 35 or 36 it will reach.
That's warm,
middle of the day.
Right, what are we waiting for?
A new bowler again, Faisal Khan.
If I have one criticism, it's yesterday teams took an awful lot of time faffing around, didn't they? We had faffed field changes, we had faffed changes of gloves and helmets from batsmen. Just lots of faffing. We had batsmen walking out to the middle who weren't ready, you know, walking out to the middle and then putting helmets on. And it was just all a bit... Oh, the 1-2. Oh, he's going to have to get back. And he did. He's a big old unit, Ruben Davis, and turning round like that isn't easy for him, is it?
Yeah, it's so easy.
If you could imagine the old Queen Mary sailing, turning circle of about 3 miles. You're being buzzed by a helicopter.
I think some batsmen are smart enough. They just walk in and then changing all the gloves and asking helmet later. I think there should be some rule, you know, in overall, you know, how long they are taking time, you know, until they face the first ball. It doesn't matter.
It's tricky, isn't it? I mean, can you legislate for absolutely everything, or does it just come back to the captain's being in charge of the spirit of the game, and they should get a good kick up the backside?
Yeah.
And say, come on, guys.
Do we have a fair play award in this tournament?
Do we have a...
I don't know. I have to ask.
Do we have a what? I missed the question.
Fair play award.
A fair play award? I don't know.
We should one, right?
If we have a catching award, it might well go to that gentleman. He made that look very, very easy indeed. Slogged out to mid-wicket. Ruben Davis, big lad, can hit it a long way. Needed to hit it slightly further than that. And he holed out on that boundary yesterday as well. It's not been his week. We'll see him in the commentator's chair for the next match, and we'll ask him about that innings. Talk us through every ball. Of his, whatever it was, 3 runs or something. He's a lovely lad, though, if you like that kind of thing.
Easy. He was calm, composed. The catch?
Catcher.
Yeah.
Absolutely, no fuss, no bother.
Yeah.
I can tell you there are 1 or 2 in the European Cricket Network team looking around at some of the faces that I think this time early in the morning wouldn't have been ready for that catch. 1 or 2 people enjoying the sights of Dresden last night, let's put it that way. Got a lot to offer, hasn't it, Dresden? Restaurants, beer gardens, pop-up beer gardens as well in the summer. Just I walked past a couple that were pop-up beer gardens offering 50 different beers.
And if you just go a little bit outside of the town along the River Elbe, you will find also like beautiful vineyards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much too. I'm falling a little bit in love with Dresden actually. I had a lovely walk around last night.
You should go to Dresden.
I did. I walked around. I even worked out how to use the tram system last night. I felt ever so grown up. I bought myself a little book of tram tickets and was hopping on and off trams like a grown up. Well done me.
So you have a weekly pass or a day pass?
No, just the day pass thing.
Uh-huh.
And popping it in the little machine, making the
Oh,
clunky
right.
noise.
Punching it
Yeah.
or printing it, not punching it, right? Just it's
Ding,
print. Yeah.
ding, like that. Ding.
Yeah.
No, it's more of a, isn't it? More of a clunk. If anybody can do an impersonation of the noise of a Dresden tram ticket machine
So there's-
validating a
yeah,
ticket.
but there are no trams in Malaga, right? If I'm right.
Alicante.
Alicante,
No.
yeah, okay.
Well, there is a tram that runs along the coast, but it's not like there's not like big tram. Well, there's a few trams, but not anything like to the degree that you've got here in Dresden.
Hmm.
Alicante's a beautiful city as well. Lovely old part of it.
But it's very hot.
It is very hot. But then again, so is Dresden today.
Yeah. But not for a guy from India.
How old were you when you left India?
24.
24. Oh, right. So I thought you were a mere child when you left them. Chatting to the other day.
Beautiful shot from Ruben.
It's not Ruben, is it?
Yeah, it was Ruben, but just a one.
It is. Who was the man that was out there? And that was Mahmood who was out.
Oh,
Yes, it was. I got it completely wrong. Mahmood was out. Ruben
yeah,
is still
Ruben's
here.
still here.
Oh. Apologies for that, viewers. Again, early mornings.
I think you're missing my tea. I can see
think
it.
a cup of your beautiful sticky chai tea. That's gone. Doesn't even need to look at the umpire. He knows he's gone.
This time, Ruben. Commentator's curse. He's gone.
Well, gave it the charge, skipped down. Bowler saw him coming, pushed it a little bit wider. Keeper did the needful. No need for the umpire even to be consulted. A flailing, desperate attempt to get back in his ground, but all was lost. Easy one for the umpire. Good work by the keeper. Very neat. I love the way the bat goes straight under the arm like that. And he trudges off.
You don't want to look back.
Helmets are a wonderful invention. They do make player identification trickier. I know we've got big numbers on the backs, but I'm trying to find excuses for me saying that was Ruben who got out earlier. He's out now. The universe has tidied it up by getting Ruben out now. Thank you, universe. My embarrassment has been covered. Holding right arm round the wicket to the left-hander. It's a big shout, but he's really going to have to be doing an awful lot coming round the wicket there. Optimistic shout. Oh, he didn't move his feet, did he? Nervous tonight.
All right. I think they are really bowling so good, and they have fielders on the line, and even the batsmen, when they are hitting hard, it's going to the hand.
It is.
They have all the people on the line.
But I haven't got all the people.
Not all the people, like 5 fielders. What they're allowed to. They look like a very disciplined unit, isn't it?
It is. They're looking good. We don't know what their batting strength is like, but reputation precedes them, and we believe they are one of the favourites for the tournament. From what we've seen and from what we've heard, obviously Dresden, the home club, one of the favourites. BSC Rehberger looked very impressive yesterday, and we'll be seeing them later on today. And this outfit here, BSV Britannia, not to write off the other sides. Chemnitz. But Berlin Eagles, I think we can write off. They've not had a great week.
If Chemnitz qualifies to the semi-finals, they might give some upsets to the big team.
Yeah, they showed they can. They've got some star players.
Yeah. Actually, 2 games, they dragged it to the last ball. They almost made it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we had some tight finishes yesterday, didn't we? We haven't yet seen the golden ball decider. When that comes, we will explain all for those that don't know.
Yeah, the amazing talented by Bazir. He almost, made it.
Yep.
Just one more hit.
Mm-hmm.
He could have, the star of the day.
Yep. If you missed it, viewers, if you go onto the acn.cricket website, highlights of all yesterday's matches on there, or the full feed of the entire 10-hour feed is on there. If you want to catch up on anything we're talking about from yesterday's games, acn.cricket. One run. Now, to show how poor my hearing is, I can't work out whether that's a tractor or a helicopter. That noise.
Tractor.
It's a tractor, is it? There's a chance. Positioned himself well. He did well. Berg there, number 17, out in the deep. Got himself under it. He made an ook noise because he's caught that right in front of us here in the commentary position. I don't know what the ook noise was, but
I think he ran a little faster than,
Yeah. Tricky though, if you look at the shadow, that ball was coming right out the sun. The sun is still fairly low in the sky with this early start. So he did well to see that and pick that up. He's still clenching his hand there. I think he's hurt himself a little bit. We've discussed, haven't we, that people always pretend they've hurt themselves if they drop a catch to obviously go for the sympathy. But when he's taken a catch like that, he's explaining to his friends now what a great catch it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they drop a catch, they also show the sun behind them.
That was the ook. You see the ook when he came in. Lovely. Good catch.
It's 31, the bowler, Faisal Khan.
So we're at end of over 6, was that? One mile ball behind. I get so excited with the action, I forget the scores.
Biggie?
Oh! It's a big hit. It's gone all the way. 6 runs. That is the area we saw peppered yesterday with 6s as the day wore on, out towards the football pitches, over what we would unceremoniously call cow corner.
From RCD batsman, the Big Shah.
The Big Shah. They call him the Big Shah for a reason, yeah. RCD Dresden. Batsman Big Shah hit some big shots. That's well bowled, full of length, chopped away outside off stump. Unlucky if it goes for 2. The batsman, no, he's recovered it, kept it to 1. Good bowling to recover from that being clattered. The umpire's call over. That is the end of the 7th over. Getting through these very quickly. Still only 9:27 in the morning. Viewers back in the UK perhaps dragging themselves to the kitchen for their first coffee of the day.
So what is the typical breakfast for Brit?
Well, typical breakfast for a Brit is traditionally the big fry-up. So it's bacon, eggs, sausage.
All right.
Bread mutilated in various ways. You'll have toast and then fried bread, fried in dripping. Beans, mushrooms, tinned tomatoes, black pudding. If you come from Scotland, there's a square sausage as well, which I always thought was a joke until I saw one. Yeah. And so the famous, they called it a full English or a full Scottish, the full Ulster breakfast as well in Northern Ireland. They're all very similar, big fry-ups that will fur up your arteries before too long.
All right. sounds so heavy for the morning breakfast.
Not many people, I think, have that at home anymore before they leave. You know, people are sort of cereals and coffee at home, but that is traditionally. And when we stay in hotels, particularly hotels with buffet breakfasts, the Brit likes to take full advantage of it.
Okay, so let's call it then a weekend breakfast.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's also the sort of breakfast, because the Brits have got a reputation for drinking too much and then not being very good in the morning. And it's the sort of breakfast that you'd want to get down yourself if you had a hangover. You might not fancy it, but you know you'd feel better afterwards. However, we'll see this ball bowled, and then I should do a however.
Played in the gap. But just single, they should run for 2.
Didn't really want it, did they? Since I've moved out to Alicante 3.5 years ago, what I love doing is going out to cafes for breakfast and having a café con leche, and tostada con tomate.
You are a
toast with, you know, the tomato sort of paste.
So you are a latte guy.
Sorry?
You like cafe latte?
I love milky coffee.
Yeah, because
that's my traditional breakfast now. As a Brit abroad, I sit in the sunshine, possibly overlooking the sea. I'm very, very lucky to live a couple of minutes away from the beach. And I'll have a coffee, I'll have an orange juice, and I'll have some toast with tomato and olive oil and salt. And it sets you up beautifully for the day.
Great. Because I thought, anyway, most of the Europeans don't like the milk coffee. They add milk, but a tiny bit of it.
Oh, I don't know about that. Hot, strong, milky tea as well, like in England. Nice cup of tea. I wonder who's the first person decided to put milk in tea. It sounds a strange thing to do, doesn't it? You've got a nice natural brew.
I think it's more... I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think it's mostly Indian thing.
I think you're probably right.
Even in coffee, tea, and we had... You know, the percentage is like 70% milk, and then in the tea, for example, and then 30% tea with water. So... Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it's a subcontinent thing, not Indian. Let's say.
Could well be.
Yeah, like Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and they all love tea.
I love tea. I used to have a friend who brought tea in a flask for commentary, and he didn't today. I wonder what happened to that friend, Guru.
I think, I don't know. Probably he had a few beers yesterday, and then.
You're a disgrace, man.
He slept long, probably. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good ball. See, I'm ignoring you now. I'm just talking about cricket because you've let me down on tea.
Yeah.
My other friend, Jonathan, Quiet Jonathan, we call him in the box, has been out and he's sourced me some bananas for breakfast. Thank you, Jonathan. Full of potassium, I believe, bananas.
Yeah. I think in this weather you need bananas for sure.
Let's just see.
Easy.
Did he have a tiny juggle? But it looked like an easy catch, didn't it? His teammates knew he was going to get it. There was an air of confidence when that was in the ground.
I think he's a captain. Captain of BSVB Britannia.
There he is. Thank you very much. No, I did him an injustice when I said he had a juggle. Straight in there. Again, Guru, we've seen quite a lot of that this week. Batsmen looking to drive and getting under it. It's quite a bouncy track here, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I have to say Dresden pitch is always like, bowler friendly compared to most of the pitches in East Germany.
Yep. Yeah, quite bouncy, and unless you're really there for the drive, it's quite easy to get under it.
Yeah, and of course the outfield supports you a bit.
It's nice one or two things are in the favour of the bowler in T10 because it is really a batsman-friendly game, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So most of the games, what I saw on the previous tournament, it's always 100 plus.
Yep.
So it's like always boundaries, sixes, but it's very nice to see the different form of T10. Less than 100, you can still defend such a small score. I think bowler deserves such wicket at some point. They cannot be, getting hit by a bad batsman.
You'd give up after a while, wouldn't you? If you had to bowl.
Top edge goes for 6, and this is all a little painful.
That's another chance. That's taken comfortably as well. As we've seen in a couple of other games, Eagles just self-destructing, really. We're in the 9th over. At 54 for 5 now, I believe.
So RCD captain wrote to me, the Big Shah.
The Big Shah has sent a message in, has he?
Yeah, don't worry, Guru. I will bring tea for you guys.
Big Shah, have you got a big flask, Big Shah? Big flask, Big Shah.
Thanks, Big Shah.
Go
We
for
are
it, Big
waiting
Shah.
for
Big
it.
flask, Big Shah. So one more ball of this over, then one more over to go. 54 for 5 is the score. That's not an imposing total to chase down yet, unless they could do something remarkable. And they've got a new batsman at the crease, so it's not terribly likely. Oh, he could have gone first ball. Had a swipe across the line. It's gone for 4 byes.
Unlucky bowler.
That is unlucky. It's a terrific over. They still won't be too unhappy with that as an over.
Here is Big Shah with the flask already.
That is remarkable. How?
I
I assumed he was still at home in the kitchen. Big Shah has turned up within a minute of being summoned. Astonishing. It's witchcraft. Good morning, dear boy. How are you? Thank you.
This is like, angels appears in front of you and giving you. Here it is.
Big Shah, Waka Shah, the legend of Dresden cricket, has just turned up. I don't know what to say. Was that really for us?
Definitely.
You sure?
Yeah, I think he sent a text 20 minutes ago when we started this. And then he made quickly.
I haven't got any cups, Guru.
I will find one, don't worry.
Sharing a cup in these COVID-friendly days.
I think I will go and find something from the restaurant out there. Probably they're open today.
Right, last over. Let's concentrate on cricket despite the fact the hot, sweet, sticky chai tea is cooling. Number 17, Waka, is the bowler. He's given it everything. There isn't now a man on that deep boundary. And even if there had been, he would have been a mere spectator. Because that went many a mile. 6 runs. A final wag of the tail. A final despairing...
What do you think? Like 70 would be the decent total?
It's a sort of twitch of a dying newt. I don't know why a newt occurred to me there, but something that's just in the death throes.
Something to smile about.
Yeah. I don't know why newts came to mind then. Do they twitch when they're dying? They dry out in this weather. It's not nice. Anyway, that was a big 6.
Well done.
And if he found the gap, has he found the gap? No, he hasn't. It's just 1 run.
Run 2.
Oh, they've turned for 2. They've run very, very well.
A 4th throw.
It's not the best of throws. Oh, so they're making a little bit of a fight of it. They've left it a little bit late to start the fight. They haven't started the fight in the pub. They've not started the fight in the nightclub, but they have started a bit of a tussle in the kebab shop on the way home.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. And that was just a quiet burly man at the end of the counter in the kebab shop turning around and saying, that's enough of that nonsense, away you go.
Into the black hole. Wow, beautiful Yaka.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just watching the replay there. At this stage of the innings, that is exactly what you want, wasn't it? Perfect Yorker.
Perfect for the
Great
last
death
over.
bowling. Boom. See ya. Cheerio. New batsman coming out is Karan Singh. Well, I must say although I'm enjoying this already, I am looking forward to 1 or 2 of the fixtures later in today. particularly when we see Britannia taking Vrebega, which is our last match of the day, because those two teams have looked very sharp, haven't they? So that could be a very interesting game, our last match of the day. And also we've got Dresden taking on Britannia, our next match following this. So they're the biggies today on the fixture list.
Poor throw.
Ooh,
Oh.
well recovered. There possibly was one overthrow there if the batsman run to the striker's end there hadn't overrun. But it's always difficult just to get back to ball to push a single when you come in cold like this in the last over, isn't it? The temptation is to try and slog it to the boundary. He did well to get back to ball. It's gone high, but it hasn't gone long.
Misjudged it.
Found the gap.
Completely misjudged it.
Who are we blaming there? Two fielders converged on it and then they both sort of stopped.
No, I think the deep mid wicket fielder ran for the catch, but he ran too much inside, and yeah, he missed it.
It was a very high catch.
Yeah.
Or a very high non-catch, as it turned out.
Beautifully bowled.
Oh. It was bump ball. It was what they call a crowd catch. Doesn't really matter. It's the end of the innings. A good performance by the first look we've had today, or this week, of BSV Britannia. They look a sharp unit in the field. Eagles did well to put some runs on the board with that last over. We don't think it's going to be enough. 69 for 6. We will be back to see how Britannia get on with their reply in about 10 minutes. See you then. Well, the umpires have made their way to the middle. The Berlin Eagles team are making their way out, and the two batsmen from Britannia are striding with a confident air towards the middle. I've just had the Britannia representative pop in to see me in the commentary box and tell me to watch out for some explosive batting from this opening pair. Well, if that's not putting the kiss of death on them, we shall see. Not a great total set, not a great target set by Eagles. 69 runs they got. The target is 70 to win. A reminder that if you get going in these 3 power play overs, you can make a big dent in that in the first 3 overs. In the power play, 2 fielders only allowed outside of the ring. Only 2 fielders allowed outside of the ring. Let's see how we get on. Opening the batting. Facing is the left-handed number 10. Who's the left-handed number 10 for Britannia?
Sahib Singh.
Sahib Singh. He's got lovely bright blue pads, hasn't he?
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. Baby blue. Are they baby blue or sky blue, or do you not really care, Guru?
I really don't care.
Okay, I think that's the correct answer.
It's just blue for me.
They're just blue. Such a man, aren't you? Opening the bowling, number 11 is Zahid Mahmood. Mohit Negi. Oh wow, this is interesting. I've been given a different number, number 10 for Britannia. And number 10 for Britannia. Yeah, Britannia. Oh, that's interesting. I'll just clear that up. I'll just speak to my colleague here. We've got number 10 saying that, and number 10 saying different on the list there. If I've just got my colleague Jonathan to clear it up, we don't want to give you any wrong information. And have we got a left-hand, right-hand combination? We have.
Which is tough for the fielding team.
As it gets warmer, a bit of running around. And the umpires should be all right in T10 though.
Yeah. It's first game, I think. They should run around a bit.
We've seen a lot of bowlers struggle with left-hand, right-hand combinations, haven't we? We've seen a lot of leg side wides, a lot of bowlers take their time to set the radar. Jonathan's come back with the answer. Jonathan's come back and the answer is, I'll find out.
Mohit Negi is number 10.
Mohit Negi. We had a wrong number on our list. Mohit Negi at the non-strikers end at the moment, the left-hand batsman, and the right-hand batsman is Wakis Vir, who we saw bowl as well, and take a fair catch.
We have 2 17s.
We've got 2 17s as well. No, we've got a ticked 17 and an unticked 17.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, Waka's big is the bat.
There we go.
Okay, great.
Sorry about that, viewers. Obviously, some of these players from Berlin aren't familiar to Guru, who is a Dresden resident, and I'm not familiar with a number of players being an Alicante resident.
Huh.
My first taste of German cricket, and I'm loving it. A terrific welcome from RC Dresden Cricket Club. Thank you guys, you've looked after me so well. In fact, looked after the whole ECN team very, very well. Ooh, an authentic forward defensive shot. I'm looking around for Jonathan. He likes an authentic forward defensive, don't you, Jonathan? He's purring contentedly in the back of the box. not realising that a forward defensive shot is one of the very last things you need in T10 cricket.
But I think it's okay when you are chasing 70. You can test your strokes.
Well, some indecisive running there. I'd say they do say don't run on a misfield, but that was one run in anybody's book in the short format game. But they didn't take it. So it's a very unconvincing start to the reply from Britannia. We'd heard big things about them. We'd heard about this explosive, dynamic opening partnership.
Are you sure the guy who came to you is from Britannia?
He had a Britannia shirt on.
Okay.
And a confident smile.
Okay.
And a cocky swagger.
Maybe he gave you wrong information?
Maybe you should never trust a man with a cocky swagger.
Are they approaching the game differently? They don't have to go for big hits. Oh, here is a spinner with the new ball.
You like getting the spinners on early, don't you?
I do actually. They are more economical compared to the fast bowlers.
Absolutely. We like this guy. He bowls slow left arm.
Busher.
His standard delivery would be back in to the left-handed batsman. It would have had to come back an awful long way for that one to have been a good ball. Pushes one very, very wide. And concedes yet another extra. How many bowlers in this tournament have started their spell with a wide?
I think almost everyone.
Almost everyone, yeah. Actually, we saw a wicket with somebody's first ball yesterday, didn't we? Dresden gave away one of the Dresden openers was out for a golden duck. A scampered single. Still Britannia seemingly unaware that it's a power play. Or maybe they're thinking, oh, we've just got here, let's treat this as a net for the first few overs. And then spank it round. Just a little nudge off the legs. I think he got an inside edge onto his pad. We'll see what the umpire says. And they've run for two, that's good running.
But I think
no signal from the umpire.
Yeah.
In that.
But I think it's irrespective of the target, they should use the power play. You never know what's gonna happen in the back end of the innings.
You never know what's down the road, do you, Guru?
Definitely. 70 is not a bad total at all.
Yeah, it's curious tactics from the Britannia openers.
Wow, beautifully bowled.
Well, played a defensive shot, not a terribly good one. Didn't lift that back foot. Sharp work by the keeper. The bowler's certainly on top.
There you go.
And there he's gone for the slog. It's gone straight up in the air. The keeper's underneath it with his big gloves.
Oh.
And he's made a horrible hash of it.
I think he was just looking at the sun.
He's made a dreadful mess of it.
He didn't even touch the wall.
Straight through.
But he was exactly facing the sun.
If he had time to get on the other side of the ball and be facing away from the sun.
Yeah.
Oh. You feel they've let a chance slip there. The bowler's smiling. It could well be a grimace.
I think it's not a bad draw. You know, these batsmen anyway not scoring any runs.
Well, that's a fair point as well, Guru, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let them stay and carry on prodding forward defensives. Whether all those thoughts went through the keeper's head at the time, I very much doubt.
Yes, 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 yes.
A rather nervous start from Britannia.
I feel bad for the bowler. He bowled really, really good.
He deserved the wicket, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's bowled well all tournament, to be fair. We've seen flashes of good play from Eagles, but they've not managed to join them all together, have we? They've been less than the sum of the parts, so to speak.
I doubt they're all from the same team. I think they somehow, probably one or two players, joined the team recently, I guess. There is a gap between their, communication or...
Yes, could be that. Could be that. Not playing as a team.
Yeah.
But
they're, they're a good-looking team. You can't say that they're a bad team.
No, they're a team that haven't played to their potential.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're very athletic, looks fit. Yeah, somehow. It's not.
Are you sweet on them, dear boy?
Yeah, I want to see them, fight hard and then, winning
You're
games.
a fair man, aren't you? You're a fair man.
Yeah.
Well, 10 for no wicket off 2. Still trotting along at 5 and over. Yeah, we've had a message from Michael Latif, is it? Saying they are good batsmen, they're just taking it easy. I suspect that is the case. Yeah. Easing themselves gently into this early morning. Like a cat having a stretch in the sunshine.
Yeah, but it's T10 format. You don't have enough time to stretch.
Do you have a cat at all?
No.
There's a thing cat owners have to do. Guru. Oh, sorry, Guru, you want to tell me about
Oh, yeah,
cats?
exactly. So, I used to see a cat actually in our backyard. It just, going around, walking around.
Oh, so you're aware of what cats look like? You've
I know.
seen a cat.
No, wait. Actually,
Oh, right.
when I
more.
call her and then she comes.
Yeah.
And then when I find some fish tins, small cans, and I throw, and then she eats, and then wait for me, and for the other piece, and then she goes back, and then comes the next day. So she's a very good friend of me actually.
So you've got somebody else's cat that you're feeding occasionally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, trying to lure them
Just
away.
fish.
That's gone for 4 runs. Finally, he's opened his shoulders and got one away. Now, the only reason I mention it, Guru, because I mentioned sort of stretching like a cat. If you own a cat and your cat does that big stretch where they go, oh, like that, you have to say to them, oh, big stretch. Nobody who owns a cat lets a cat stretch without actually saying, ooh, big stretch. And cat owners, if you could on the chat, just confirm that is the case. When your cat stretches, you do comment on it. You have to say, ooh, big stretch. Or, big yawn.
Yeah.
These are the things you have to comment on. Cats aren't allowed to do that without having commentary. It's not just me.
Okay.
It is every cat owner.
Are you a cat lover or a dog lover?
Both. I love cats and dogs. People say either or, but I volunteer at the Benidorm Dog Shelter.
Okay.
Where they have, they've got a problem with stray animals over in Spain. Lots and lots of stray animals, cats and dogs. And I go up to Benidorm Dog Shelter and I walk the strays up there. But I also, so that's dogs, but we have lots of stray cats where we live. And like you, I sort of lure them in.
That's
so
good,
I have friends, stray cat friends that come and sit on the terrace with me of an evening when I'm doing my meditation.
So you don't lure the house cats and then call them stray cats?
Well, 1 or 2.
Oh, that's good.
So I was worried who was going to feed the stray cats while I was on this little tour with European Cricket Network. But my neighbours are up to the task and they're looking after and they're giving me text updates on how the stray cats are getting on. When I say the stray cats, I don't mean the 1970s rockabilly outfit. I mean the felines who are... Let's leave that there. That sentence doesn't even need finishing, does it? That's a big hit. It wasn't a good ball. Full toss. Dispatched round the corner. 4 runs. Given what it was worth. Where's the text chat? Let's see if we've got any cat owners confirming that they have to say, ooh, big stretch, ooh, big yawn. No one at all. People interested in the cricket. How strange that people have tuned into the cricket to watch the cricket and not me burbling about cats. Congratulations. Well done, viewers on YouTube. You're better than I am. You're a better person than I am. Focus on the cricket. Here we go. Well, all of a sudden, they've made a big dent in this run chase. 22 without loss, chasing 70 for the win. Karan Singh is the bowler. We've seen a lot of him. He's bowled in every match that he's been involved in. Quite a tidy bowler.
Ooh.
Not much tidier than that, is there? I thought he'd dropped that short. The batsman thought he'd dropped it short and was looking to put it in the football pitch. And it didn't really get up, went under the bat. Made an awful mess of the stumps. Karan Singh takes a wicket with the first ball. It was short. Oh, it came back quite a way. I thought it'd just been done by the low bounce, but no, that was a good ball. Came back, took top of off. That'll have Guru purring, top of off. He loves a ball that hits top of off. That's classic bowling, isn't it?
Definitely.
There we go. Very nice. The batsman had spun round 360 degrees. To no effect at all. Next batsman jogging on enthusiastically. I jog up more enthusiastically to the spinners than I do to the quicks.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a little bit loath to face the quicks with my reflexes these days, being a very, very old man. Can I ask a very personal question, Guru?
Sure, go on.
How old are you?
32 now.
32. When you're younger, you've got good looks, good skin,
Yeah.
good bone structure. Even with the beard, which can age a lot of people. Then it's quite trendy to have a beard these days as a younger man, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks for your comments. You should also tell this to my girlfriend.
Why, does she think you're a bit of a minger?
Yeah.
She doesn't recognise you for what you are.
Yeah, sometimes.
Nivea is the girlfriend. Yep.
Yeah.
She's a lovely lady. I met her yesterday. I'll tell her that she's lucky to have you, shall I?
Yeah, you should.
I will. I'll tell her when she comes along.
I think she'll be here again probably on Friday.
Can you make sure she brings cups and or flask since you failed?
I don't think she can make tea.
She can't make tea? I like that. Lovely 21st century woman who's a career woman and allows you to make the tea. I appreciate and respect that division of labour in your relationship.
Yeah, I think you should appreciate me rather than her. I'm the one who's making tea.
It's not a competition, Guru. No one's judging. To be fair, in life, everyone's judging. Everything you say, everything you do, someone's judging.
True.
The key is not to care what they think. Karan Singh bowling very, very well. Taking some time to set his field. He's got a man back for the left-hander deep at cow corner. Oh, and he's unlucky not to field off his own bowling. Could easily have kept that to a dot ball. The batsman scamper through. Whoops. Curious throw back into the bowler. Again, we need the field change for the right-hander. Everything happening at a leisurely pace at the moment. Now that is a big hit. It's gone high. Has it gone long enough? It certainly has.
Yes.
It clattered into the fences that protects the cyclists that cycle up and down at the end of this park. A lot of cyclists in Dresden, aren't there?
Yeah. I think most of the people to the work, they use bikes. Here, I think more than 50% of the population.
Yeah, I noticed last night. And they drive on the pavements rather than the roads.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, if you're not expecting it, that can be quite a shock to the system.
We got actually beautiful bike paths around the city. Also the city is pretty small. So wherever you were working, you can easily reach by bike in 20-30 minutes.
And I've mentioned it before, and at the risk of sounding like a stuck record, Dresden, I am falling a little bit in love with Dresden. It's beautiful. There's some lovely architecture. The people are friendly. As you say, it's small, so you feel you can get around it. You feel it's an intimate city. And I tell you what, the street lighting is really low, isn't it? It's really, it's like it's atmospheric mood. It's
Definitely,
romantic, isn't it? It's
yeah.
a very romantic city at night. It's just gorgeous. The Britannia batsmen help themselves to another single off the bowling of Karan Singh. A tidy over apart from being dispatched for that massive 6.
Yeah,
which is always a blot on your copybook, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the game is nicely poised at the moment.
Do you really, Guru?
Yeah, okay. So yeah,
Be
39
honest.
from 36 is pretty easy.
Yeah, it's not poised at all. Britannia
Exactly.
are
Probably after a couple of wickets.
barely out of first gear, as our
Wait,
texter,
what
I think
about
it was
after?
Wagger, said earlier, wasn't it?
What if 2 wickets, falling down in this?
Well,
over?
that's what they all say. Jeff Boycott, the guru of British cricket, Jeff Boycott, always said, always put 2 wickets onto the score, because that can happen straight
Exactly.
away. Exactly. But I still think with 2 wickets in T10, we'll see. I'm bigging up Britannia as if they are this fantastic unit. We haven't seen them yet in the European Cricket Series Dresden.
Yes, yes.
Guided out to point. Nice throw in. Good cricket all round. A single. Asher Khan bowling. I know we won't be seeing, or it's very unlikely we'll be seeing the Eagles progress to the later stages of the tournament. But Basher would be on my list for one of the players. If I had to pick players on a combined team, from what I've seen this week, Basher would certainly be on my list of considerations. He bowls a tidy line and length. He gets through his overs quickly. He rarely goes for big numbers. And there's a chance of his bowling. Falls in the gap. Just the single.
I think the Britannia Eagles bowling is not bad at all. It's just a batting. They have to post a score like another 20 on the board.
Yes, I think you're right. It's not an imposing target. It's not the sort of target that gets the batsman in any, puts them under undue pressure, is it?
Yeah.
And that doesn't really give the bowlers anything to bowl at. Another single, comfortably taken. Another little nibble out of the target. Do you know how to eat an elephant? Do you know how to eat an elephant, Guru?
No.
One bite at a time.
Okay.
There's a little philosophical thing for you.
To the football ground? No, just a shot.
Yeah. That's 6 big bites. Was it 6 or 4? 6?
Definitely 6.
6.
Great.
That was 6 big bites of the elephant. No, somebody once told me, how do you eat an elephant? And I didn't know what they were getting at. But basically, any task you've got, any problem that you've got, you've just got to start at it
Okay.
and just eat that elephant one bite at a time.
Okay.
It seems imposing if you think I've got to eat an elephant, but one bite at a time. Obviously, I find it tricky being a vegetarian to use that metaphor. Well, I wouldn't use it literally. I wouldn't eat an elephant anyway. But any problem you've got, any task you've got, one bite at a time. Just get started.
So how tough is actually being a vegetarian in Europe?
It depends from country to country. The Spanish love to put seafood and fish in almost everything.
Okay.
So you've got to find...
You call it vegetarian with the fish?
I don't eat that, no.
Okay.
So you've got to find, you've got to be absolutely clear, particularly tapas. Tapas bars are wonderful things, you've got all these little snacks, tapas, to choose from. And then you suddenly realise all those have got ham in, and those have got fish in, and those have got seafood in, and and you're down to having an egg on a piece of French bread or something like that.
Okay.
I'm not vegan. I eat eggs and cheese, but
Do
so
you
it is tricky.
Okay. Do you eat eggs?
I eat eggs and cheese.
Okay. So, and if you eat eggs in India, I think you're not a vegetarian.
Well, there you go.
See?
I'm not a vegan,
Yeah.
but yeah. Oh, we've seen one of those little fancy shots. He's giving him out. It came off the bat, surely.
I don't think so.
Well, let's have a little look. We can come back to my dietary preferences because. Let's have a look. Pitched in line.
Definitely
Pitched
hitting
in
wicket.
line and hit his leg.
Yeah. I think it was out. It was good decision.
He looked horrified, the batsman, but
It's
as
he
out as
missed
an
it,
out
yeah.
thing.
It's clear.
That's a great decision.
Yeah. Fantastic
Yeah.
from the
The
umpire.
batsman looked disgusted. He should have been disgusted with himself because I've said it all week and I will say it till I'm blue in the face. Why do they play these funky shots?
Which I
when,
said.
you know, the normal classic cricket shots have stood the test of time,
Yeah.
and they're the ones that you practice time and time again in the net. And you come out and try something like that, and
I'm happy about that decision.
there was no hint of bat in that at all. It pitched in line. I am very comfortable with that decision, and so should the umpire be. Good work by the umpire.
The batsman trying to explain to his teammates that it's going down the leg.
Well, no, it wasn't. See, boy. Pitched in line, was going on to hit.
Definitely, definitely. I think I'm happy for the decision. I wouldn't have done that actually because I thought it's going down the leg or back. But umpire made a really good decision on that.
Good fielding.
Oh, that's good fielding. That is excellent fielding and consequently good running as well to be back in his ground.
Ooh.
Ooh, he likes that. He likes the look of that. And so he should. He's not the biggest of men, but my word, the speed of his hands that came through on that.
It went all the way outside. Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, it's on the road.
It has cleared. Right, the boundary fence that we said protected the cyclists, I would say is, let's have a look, 1, 2, I would say it's a good 9 metres high, that boundary fence, and it has cleared that.
So call those people who said the boundary is short. So they're long on the straight or in the square boundaries.
No,
He could easily clear it. 90 meters. More than that.
there you go.
Amazing.
Yep, not entirely sure what you said there, but I'm just nodding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was a big hit.
Definitely. I think you could. Last 2 days you can see a lot of sixes, right? Compared to the first day.
Yes, first day. I mean, it took a while to spark, didn't it? I think the weather could have been part of that. It was grey, it was near, and the batsmen didn't have their Caribbean batting heads on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
since then they've all turned into Viv Richards and Chris Gale and. Do you remember Viv Richards? You old enough to remember the great Viv Richards?
I'm sure I know. I mean, I have seen his games in YouTube, and of course I didn't see anything
What a
like that.
batsman. We were talking about cocky swagger earlier. There's a
Right.
man that walked to the wicket.
Hmm.
There must have been no more dispiriting sight for a bowler to get somebody out and then have Viv Richards swagger out there.
Yeah. So do you remember this Carlos Broadway against England
I do.
in T20 in India?
Stuart Broad bowling.
Yep.
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 Yes.
And remember the name Carlos Broadway.
Yep.
That's what the commentator said.
Yeah.
So I think he destroyed
Didn't they? Oh, now that has also gone.
for. Oh, good, great.
That
fielding.
is well fielded. It's gone for 4. It was good fielding. He made an awful lot of ground to get there, but sadly couldn't drag it back in. It looked as it left the bat as if it was another big 6. Just inside. .54 for 2 at the end of the over. 54 for 2. 7 overs complete. 6 overs complete. So 16 runs needed off 4 overs. 4 and over, even I can do the maths. The bowler, Khalik Zaman. A mistimed pull, finds the gap just for the single. And Yasser at the striker's end. I say he's a diminutive gentleman, but boy, can he hit the ball. Didn't connect with that.
Was it a replay of the previous one?
It looked like it, didn't it? Oh, they scampered a leg by it, didn't they? Yeah. Sorry, I was deep in thought then, girl. Pursuing a line of thought.
Edged.
Oh, he's lucky to get away with that. That's exactly what that man is doing, standing there for a sort of a fly slip position or a short third man. And sadly, despite the fact that being his only purpose in life, he chose not to take that life option. He chose another path. Oh, he's trying to hit it hard now. I think he's getting frustrated with himself, isn't he?
I think he's not connecting those pull shots. So I think that's a good line to bowl to him. He tried 3 pull shots and he missed all 3.
That's how to play it. More of a hook than a pull.
Yeah. Score is 58.
58.
At the boundary, I think 62 now after 7.
Let's have a little look. Score was a little slow in updating.
Yep, 62 now.
62, thank you, Guru. 62, 8 more runs needed. That was the completion of the 7th over, so we need 8 of 18 balls. It's not a tricky target at all. And to be fair, Britannia have used this time wisely. They've given themselves some time to have a look at the bowling, have a look at the track, have a look at conditions. They are playing 4 matches today, Britannia. As I mentioned earlier, they've come a long way today. So we're cramming in as many of Britannia's fixtures as we can in the one day. They'll be straight up after this match, playing the host side, RC Dresden.
So what's your prediction? What do you think?
For Dresden?
Yeah, next game, Britannia and Dresden.
That'll be, I tell you what I'm predicting, is a corker, a big hitting corker. I won't pick a winner, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game, tight game, let's say.
Oh, hard running, looking for 2. They're going to take 2. That's good running. No alarms. Just getting there in a very business-like fashion. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all we have to say in that match. Finished with a big 6. Very, very impressive. As a very professional, business-like performance from Britannia, chasing down what was an unimposing target. Eagles once again have come off second best. we will take what will be now quite a comfortable break before the next fixture, which is RC Dresden, the host club, against BSVB Britannia, who we've just seen easing into their stride. It's going to be a great game. Stay in touch on social media. If you're watching on YouTube, keep your comments coming in. They're all monitored. If I don't get to see all of them, we will read out those that are passed to me. And in the meantime, ecn.cricket, all your details on there. Guru and I'll be back at the top of the hour with the next match.